What's going on, everybody? Who's ready for a beer? I think I'm ready for a beer. I am really excited about this one today, people. I am really excited for this one. I've been waiting to crack this one open since March, I would say. So this one's going to be a very special one, which I'm really excited about. Oh, 3 o'clock, people. You know what that means. Let's do this. Boom. What is going on, everybody? Happy Saturday to you all, and welcome to another live beer review. Today, we got a very special one. Any time I get to review something from this brewery, I get really excited, and it's automatically going to be special because this brewery is kind of up there with like some of the top breweries I've ever had. Probably within the top 2, I would say. So, whenever I have something from these guys, I'm automatically like crazy excited just for their can art specifically, and just the crazy kind of concoctions they come up with like IPAs and their crazy cool stouts, and just it's just I'm at loss for words when I talk about this brewery because it's so great. Hold on, let me finish peeling the wax off this. Kind of sucks having wax on a bottle sometimes, just because getting it fully off the freaking top kind of can be a pain in the ass, but oh well. Today we're going to be talking about some Sent by Liars from Anchorage Brewing Company. Anchorage Brewing Company is like one of those breweries that you're always going to expect a really high quality, and it's just, and can art, bottle art, look at that. That's insane. They have some of the best like bottle art / can art I've ever seen on beer. So I'm always really excited. This guy is an Imperial Stout coming out to a whopping 15%. So is this sessionable? Absolutely not. This is a special occasion kind of beer that anything from it could be a damn random Saturday, and I can call it a special occasion. But this one is a Imperial Stout coming at a 15%, fermented with aged with Missouri in let's see, what is it? Aged in Missouri oak, finished on hazelnuts, Madagascar, vanilla beans, and raw coconut and milk sugar. So, with there a lot of hazelnut in this one, I'm expecting it to be kind of nutty, roasty, and that with it being a 15%, I'm expecting a really, really like thick, heavy mouthfeel. Yeah, it's really, I don't know if there's a reason for me to explain anything from Anchorage, just because they're brewery legends when it comes to this. If you're living in the state of Alaska, or if you're on the kind of like the northwest coast and everything, you've heard of Anchorage Brewing Company, because it's so well known, such high quality, and it's just, I always get excited from talking about these guys. So let's crack this guy open. I want to drink this thing already, and let's see what we can figure out with this one, because this, I doubt this is one that's available quite often, just because they probably do it in small batches. But let's see what we get on the smell with this thing. Whoa, very, very strong, like kind of like an oaky hazelnut kind of smell. Oh wow, that's just kind of has like a smoked kind of like, okay, it's gonna smell weird, it's gonna sound weird when I say it, but there's kind of like a smoked beef jerky kind of smell coming out of this. It's hard to explain, but not in a bad way. It's like, you know, when you open the bag of beef jerky and you get that smoky kind of like nutty kind of smell. It's exactly what I'm getting off of this. And oh, I just want to try this. So today, drinking out of my untapped tulip style glass, and let's see how this guy pours. Probably going to be little to no head at all yet. Literally like pouring motor oil. And if they're with the little bit about of bubbles that are coming out there are very dark brown. Whew. Look at that. That is as dark as your soul can possibly be. And it just, yeah, still getting a lot of like strong like nutty smells. A lot of like smoky, oaky kind of thing going on there. Oh yeah, I just want to try this one. So let's get this done. So cheers everybody. How do these people keep doing this? Anything, for some reason, Anchorage makes their stouts to where, to me, they make the best stouts I've ever had. Something they do with the ingredients they add, and kind of being able to kind of create that higher ABV as well, because right off the bat, very, very heavy, very syrupy, very, very boozy. Because I'm definitely, like, as I was swallowing it, heavy, warm feeling going down the throat. So you definitely feel that 15%. And holy crap. Very, very strong, like, hazelnut, coconutty. Kind of giving me, like, kind of chocolatey vibes in it. Very, very creamy. Like, literally coats your mouth when you drink it. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Really, really it's actually, this is probably one of the more boozier ones I've had from them. But it's like, you can see it, like, it's so thick, it like kind of coats the inside of the glass a little bit. When you drink it, it's just, holy crap. The hazelnut's so strong. The coconut kind of mixes really, really well, kind of create like a coconut chocolate kind of feel. But it's so smooth and so well balanced to where it's like, sure, the booziness may be a little bit like prominent in this, but it's not like tasting bourbon kind of situation. It's that strong, like, no, there's alcohol in here kind of situation. And kind of like the warm feeling you would get from like a bourbon or something without getting the full-on taste of the bourbon, if that makes any sense. But yeah, very, very chocolatey, very, very coconutty. The hazelnut is probably the best thing I think out of this. That hazelnut chocolate kind of situation is just outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. It's like a slight breadiness along there to kind of keep it like a little bit more smoothness and a little bit more of a body. But that's incredible. Absolutely incredible. So let's see what the actual profile of this guy actually is. Because I read it off the bottle, and let's see if we can get an actual full-on description. So, Sent by Liars, brewery founder Gabe Fletcher and his crew fermented and aged the brew in Missouri oak. Then they finished it on 1,000 pounds of hazelnuts that were roasted in Anchorage's own wood-fired oven by Gabe's sister Heather. Finally, they added luscious coconut and Madagascar vanilla and a dash of lactose to create a rich, full body that drinks almost creamy. According to Gabe, the brew tasted like a chocolate-covered biscotti with a sprinkle of roasted hazelnuts on top. We think that's pretty spot on, except we toss in a pinch of coconut, a drizzle of caramel, and chase it with a sip of freshly brewed espresso. Holy fuck. I don't even care if I'm swearing on this one, but Jesus Christ. The bready notes in here mixing with the chocolate hazelnut, kind of like with that coconut in there. It's so decadent, so creamy. There's a nice sweetness to it, but it's not too overly sweet. It's just, if you can get your hands on a stout from Anchorage, don't hesitate it. If you're a stout fan, Anchorage Brewing Company is a company that you need to try their stouts, because how complex it is and how well balanced they are is just incredible. Incredible. I could see this actually pairing really well with, like, I don't know if you compare beer with coffee, because that just doesn't seem to make sense, because you're already drinking something anyways, but I feel like you could like dip a biscotti in this and it would probably even make it that much better. And it's incredible. The flavors are so cohesive. It's so complex. Just, even though it's a 15%, it's so smooth. I don't know how these guys do it. I honestly don't. It's incredible. These guys are wizards when it comes to making stouts. Even their IPAs are fantastic, but where they really shine is when they do their Imperial Stouts. Because I can't explain it. It's incredible. So let's see what Untapped has to say about this guy. So like I said before, it's a 15% ABV, and with over 1,125 rating, this one has an average rating of 4.55 on Untapped, which, yeah, that's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So let's see what people are saying about this one. Somebody gave it a 4.25, another 4.25, 4.5, gave it a 4, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. 4.25. Somebody gave it a full 5 out of 5. It looks like somebody were picking this up at Ticker's Tap Room. Let's see where that is at, maybe. Okay, so that's in Cardiff, California. So if you're anywhere near Ticker's Tap Room, you might be able to get some Anchorage over there. Possibly even the Sent by Liars over there. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of stuff at Ticker's Tap Room. Let's see. Another 4.5. Saying they got this in East Elk Grove, California. So I'm guessing you can find a lot of Anchorage stuff, especially this, when it comes to the West Coast. I'm guessing easily you can find it in Alaska if you're up that way. But if you're in probably Seattle or probably Northern California, you can probably easily find this one as well. They probably have distributors. They have distributors going all across the country, so you just kind of got to ask your local distributor. Or ask your local liquor store if they can get some Anchorage, because tell them to do it. I know Duchess, you can get some stuff from Tap Savvy, and Kentucky, I know you could probably get some stuff from them going over to your place, because they have stuff that shows up there every once in a while. I think you've told me, but yeah, outstanding. There's some beers that leave me at loss for words for how good they are. This is one of them. This is decadence in a glass. It's so high quality. So, there's times where I kind of feel bad for drinking it and not kind of leaving it to sit for another year or two. But at the same time, being able to experience this is just still kind of a... Okay, so Together Again is the double IPA they have. Okay. I don't think I've had the Together Again yet. I don't think so. But I have a few of them coming up in rotation from Anchorage, so keep an eye out for those. I have at least 4 or 5 coming. Well, they're already here. They're coming up in rotation. But yeah, Anchorage absolutely knocked it out of the park with this one. You imagine hitting a home run, and then the Anchorage comes in like Barry Bonds and just sends it into the next fucking galaxy. Insane. Absolutely amazing. I can't say any really bad things about this beer at all. There's nothing about it that I would change, to be honest. Maybe have the bready notes come out a little bit more to make it more of that biscotti flavor. But I'm not going to nitpick at it. I think, to me, It's almost perfect where it's at. So they did a fantastic job with this one. I have no complaints on the booziness, the chocolatey notes, the coconut. Everything about it is just very, very complex, very decadent, creamy, every kind of satisfying, kind of heavy, decadent, like beer like adjective you can think of. This describes it. It's amazing. So they needed more from Total Wine. They have a huge... Okay, so Total Wine has some Anchorage over there. So, Mike, this one's called Sent by Liars from Anchorage Brewing Company. They're distributed mostly within, like, Anchorage or kind of... You can find them in the U.S. I know they're distributed all over, but this stuff is just outstanding. So let's start going off our grade scales here. Just kind of get this done. So let's see. Bottle art / can art. Do I even need to say it? Just look how amazing that is. I'm going to go slowly for you guys, but like a skeleton with an arrow go through its eye. And in the back, like the arrow has branches with like freaking blossoms on it. I mean, look at that. That's outstanding for bottle art. Insane. And of course, you have the token, like Anchorage kind of style with the name and everything on there, Sent by Liars. But it's outstanding. Easy 5 out of 5 for bottle art / can art. Anything that I see from Anchorage automatically is most likely going to get a 5 out of 5, depending how complex it is, just because how detailed the art is and how just in-depth they go with kind of creating something that's, to me, that's their art style is directly something that I go for, just because it's complex, it's kind of morbid and gory, and it's the style that I like. So really, really big props to Anchorage for their can art and their bottle art. So I guess if you want to try to find this guy, it says the art is done by Massive Face. So maybe search Massive Face on Instagram or something. You might be able to find some of his art on there. But yeah, absolutely outstanding bottle art for sure. So if I got this beer in a flight at Anchorage, would I get another one? Do I even need to say it? It's incredible. Incredible. I would, if I wasn't driving, I'd definitely get another one because at 15%, it's not your everyday drinker, that's for sure. It's definitely a sipper. You don't want to be like, this is something you don't want to chug. This is something you want to sit back, relax, sit by a fire, and enjoy it. Because it's, like I said, it's a high quality beer. Very, very decadent, and it's just outstanding. So would definitely get another one if I wasn't driving, if I had it in a flight. So what is my final rating on this guy going to be? To me, it's almost perfect, honestly. I think it's absolutely outstanding. Every kind of flavor you get in here is so cohesive, and it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Kind of like, I don't know, there's something about that kind of on the smell with like a kind of like beef jerky kind of smell. I know it sounds weird when I say it, but when you think of like a beef jerky, you know it's smoked in a kind of dried kind of situation. Kind of had like a little bit of like spice notes on the smell. So when you smell it, it's weird to say that it kind of smells like beef jerky because like the oakiness kind of comes out a lot. But that's what I get, and it's outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. I am at loss for words. I really am. This is something that if you're a fan of Imperial Stouts, this is one I suggest anybody to try to find. Anybody. It's that good. So I think my final rating is going to probably be like a 9.75 out of 10. Probably one of my favorite Imperial Stouts I've ever had. Without a doubt. Easily almost a full 10 out of 10. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. But it's just... Some beers kind of put you into the point of almost getting into a religious experience. This is one of them. And it's... Oh my god. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. So I would highly, highly recommend anybody who can try to get their hands on this one. I don't know if it's still available right now because I purchased mine back in March. So you might be able to find it somewhere. Somebody might, but of course you can find it on. You can find a bunch of stuff from Anchorage on Tavour. If you're not are really kind of acquainted with what Tavour is, it's a beer subscription / beer delivery service to where, depending on where you are in the country, you can get beer delivered to you strictly from Tavour. They download the app and they have plenty. They have updated like probably sometimes 4 to 5 beers that they add to their list every single day, and it's always a really, really big rotation that they have. They have over 7,000 different beers, so you're never going to really find anything similar. There's always something different, always something new. Breweries are always releasing new stuff, and they're always able to get their hands on some rare stuff too, like this. This is something that you're not really going to find that often, just because it's a very, like, they make low batches and all that stuff. So, but yeah, if you want to try getting into Tavour, because I know it's not really available everywhere, just download the app and kind of create an account. When you're putting in your zip code, they'll tell you right away if you can get stuff delivered to you or not. But yeah, I always really kind of give Tavour like pretty much all the attention that it deserves, just because such high quality, such great service, and for really, really good prices too. But if you're not really able to kind of get with Tavour, there's always another website that I can recommend that can kind of get you in a direction of possibly finding different avenues of getting beer that you normally can't. If you're not a craft beer drinker and you're not on Untapped yet, you need to do so. It's a great social media platform for beer drinkers, and it's just has so many things you can do. They have so many different discount codes with different services. They have multiple different like beer box / beer subscription services that you can get discount codes for if you want to try that out. But yeah, very, very high quality like company when it comes to Untapped. Great kind of, they have every kind of beer you can imagine. If you want to check in a beer, you get badges when you check in a beer. You could find local tap houses, restaurants that are verified through Untapped. It's a really, really great service. So if you're on Untapped and want to shoot me a friend request, my link to my profile is down in the description below. So shoot me a friend request. I want to see what other people are drinking as well. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. So thank you, everybody, chat, for hanging out. You guys are amazing. Saw some new faces. Saw a bunch of the regulars, which you guys are awesome. If you're watching on the replay, make sure you hit that like button while you're hanging out. Also, leave a comment down below of if you're drinking anything while you're watching my stuff. I want to see what people are watching what are drinking beer-wise while they're watching on the replay. So that'd be really cool to see. Other than that, everybody hanging out, you guys are amazing. Every single one of you. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch my stuff. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out. It'll help me out gratefully. But other than that, I'm going to say it like I always say it, and we're going to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. So, if you're going to drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. And I will see you all tomorrow, people. Cheers.